come to the actual part of Kathak, which is storytelling. We don't have much time, so I'll quickly narrate the story, but later on you will see it through my dance. So now I'm going to do a Gata Bhav, where my accompanying artist will be helping me with the melody and the rhythm. So it's in the faster pace, so it's going to be in a Drutalai. So what we saw in Teen Tal was the slower pace and medium one. So Vilambit, Madhya, and now I'll do a Druta. So the story is about Sita Haran and Jatayu Moksham. So in this, I'm the only one. So in Kathak or in any Indian classical dance, if it is a solo performance, then the same artist performs all the characters in the storytelling. So it's all about the expressions and the hand gestures which narrate the different characters. So today's story are the episodes from the Hindu epic, the Indian epic Ramayana, Sita Haran and Jatayu Moksham. Today is a full moon day and it is celebrated as a Rakhi Purnima in India. So it's a bond between sister and brother. So I thought, why not to perform this one, where we can see that Ravana came to abduct Sita just to protect what happened with his sister, and Lakshmana, being her brother-in-law, did his duty to protect Sita as well. So Ravana, the demon king of Lanka, sought to abduct Sita, Rama's wife, after being motivated by his sister Shurpanakha. Disfigurement at the hands of Lakshmana. Ravana enlisted the help of Maricha, a master of disguise, who transformed into a golden deer to lure Rama away from Sita. Leaving Sita under Lakshmana's protection, before departing, Lakshmana drew a protective line around the hut which is called as Lakshman Rekha, warning Sita not to cross it. Ravana, disguising himself as a hermit, approached Sita and tricked her into crossing the line, allowing him to abduct her. As Ravana flew away with Sita, Jatayu, a mighty eagle and friend of Rama's father Dasharatha, attempted to stop him. Despite being severely wounded by Ravana's sword, Jatayu managed to inflict the significant damage on the demon king. Rama and Lakshmana later found Jatayu mortally wounded and learned about Sita's abduction from him, performing Sita Haran and Jatayu Moksham through Gata Bhav.
Beautiful. Trahimam, Trahimam, Trahimam.
Yes, as some of you might have recognized that performance from the Ramayana. We are now almost at the end of our show, but before we conclude, we would like to thank you all, our lovely audience, for once again joining us today with such enthusiasm. Thank you to our families and friends who have supported us and continue to support us on this journey. As performing artists, your words and feedback mean a lot to us. What you see on stage today is months of dedication, preparation, ups and downs. So if you enjoyed the show, please stick around at the end to provide us short bites and video clips with your feedback for our social media. To give you the full traditional Indian dance show experience, after the show, you can enjoy some Indian snacks at a small fee which are served at the bar. This is just like the tradition that we have in India. As the final act, we will now witness the monsoon season through Kathak. It's very warm outside today, so let's bring some coolness to the stage and into our hearts through the last act of the night by Abolitai.
Before we conclude, I would like to thank my student Ankita Durani for doing the narration on behalf of Aboli's Art Studio. Thank you so much, Ankita. Now I'll present Chaturang, which is another choreography by my Guruji. In India, it's a monsoon season already, and I thought why not to end the show with that. So it's called as Chaturang. Chat means four and Rang means color. So it's about 4 colors of Hindustani music. So it has literature which is telling that all the clouds are getting darker and thunderstorms are happening everywhere. So it's going to rain anytime. And at the same time, the cuckoo bird is singing, the peacocks are dancing, so the rainy season has come. So that's the literature. And then we have some notations like sa re ga ma pa dha ni sa, the sargam, and few tom tanana tans, and after that few toda tukda of Kathak, presenting Chaturang.
Neeli, Adya, Dikar, Shruti, Hetal, Ankita, and the wonderful accompanying artists, Sagar Doshi on sitar, Surat Apte on tabla, this show would not be possible without mentioning the entire team in India. Music courtesy by Abhav Amburkar, costume design by Sheetal Oak, jewelry Mitesh Loda, accessories Priya Dayarkar, and the complete organization committee of CKE and their team Arno and Joost. I hope they are here. If not, we will convey them. And obviously, all the support from you guys to making this show happen. I would also like to mention our photographer Swati and Anthony Thanks to all the volunteers for your precious help. But last, but not the least, concept, curation, and choreographer.
Support and financer, Kaival Nigos.
Well, and last, but not the least, concept, curation of the show, and choreographer, Aboli Dayarkar. We hope all you guys enjoyed the show. It was not the longest 2 hours of your life. Thank you so much for coming. And have a great day.
No, photo.
Have a great evening.
Wat een werk zal dat geweest zijn. Ja, zeker.